Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm JP Tong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, and welcome to tonight's Thursday Paranormal Tales. Today we have again Pastor Chia. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And Pastor Chia today will be talking about his experience, actually many experiences with a what do you call it? We call it Naga. All right, with a Naga. Nagas are beings that are like serpents. Okay, so we will continue talking more after more people have tuned in. So let's see who has tuned in for tonight's session. Hi Cochran, thank you for tuning in. Okay, we'll wait for a few seconds before I have Pastor Chia talk to us about experiences. He was just telling me very briefly earlier, and it's very, very exciting. So be prepared for some excitement. Cochran says, good evening. Korean, hello. Pastor Shin, hello. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Christina. Hi, Yiman. Hi, Julian. Jacinta, long time no see, Jacinta. Hi, Pastor Antoinette. Okay, so I think we can start already. So, Pastor Chia, you were saying that you have a very exciting and interesting experience with a Naga, yeah, in Thailand.
Yes.
Okay, can you explain first of all what is a Naga?
Actually, Naga is the beings. It can be the spirit. They are in the
Spirit realm.
animals
Animal.
as a spirit, and they can be a snake.
Uh-huh.
They can be like fish,
Fish.
or beings living in the waters.
In the water, okay.
Yeah, or in lake,
Uh-huh.
mountains, all these type of beings.
Okay.
So they are in the sixth realm.
Uh-huh.
So mostly they are animal realms. They consider animal realms.
They're considered animal realm.
Yeah,
So they do have a form.
they do have a form.
Okay.
Okay, but they can be the supernatures. You sometimes people we married they can see him in a
Uh-huh.
real form, but he can be you cannot see him as the real form also.
Okay. So but I thought that there are Nagas that don't have a body as well. They're in the formless realm.
Not really, because of what I want to talk about
Yes.
today is there is a form that
Okay.
so what happened is through the experience that the story what I engage is the boys
Uh-huh.
or one young boys was happenly accidentally they killed a snake.
Okay.
Okay, the snake actually is not normal snake.
Okay.
The snake actually is a naga.
All
Okay,
right.
so what happened is this boy thought that what he killed is just a snake, but when a snake after die, he took a revenge on this boy. How he took a revenge is he possessed on the boy's body.
So this guy killed a snake,
Yes,
but it's not a normal snake. It is
Yes.
a Naga.
yes,
All right. And then when the Naga died,
yes,
he started possessing
yes. Him.
the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And how old was this person?
I remember this boy is 18 years old that time.
Oh, very young.
Yeah, very young. He's
Okay.
a Malaysians.
Okay.
But what happened is because he have this problem,
Okay.
so they have no cure of him or whatever. He tried to asking many people help, including he came to the Thailand and he entered the monastery. Somehow he took a vow as a novice monk.
Oh, so why did he do that?
He want to do that because he's trying to get away the spirit that the Naga possess on him.
So he thought that by becoming a monk,
Yes,
then the Naga will actually stop possessing him.
yes.
So and did it work?
It did not work on him that
Did
time.
it work on him?
Yes.
Okay.
That
And how did you meet this boy?
uh, we met him is because um, what happened is I went with Rinpoche go to the Thailand and we stay at that monastery.
Okay.
Rinpoche is going there for retreat actually.
Okay.
By introduced by one peoples, and the place actually is very nice. They have a lot of nature cave actually.
All right.
So in that place, beside the nature, they also have a lot of actually a lot of paranormal things happens there. What happened is the cave in the earlier stage, a lot of communists was hiding there when they fight with the army. So a lot of army, the communists was die over there in the cave.
Okay.
So when we heard about this place, because some Singaporean introduced us to go to the place, but the monastery has been done out by the abbot, also a Singaporeans.
Okay.
And he run up quite well by single-handedly by himself.
Okay.
So later he make it as a monastery, and then more people come and become a monk in his monasteries. So that's why the place still keep a lot of the nature of the cave, and really is the cave. You can go inside and do meditation.
Rinpoche, so you actually went to this monastery with Rinpoche, and that's where you met the boy who was possessed. So can you tell us more of what happened to the boy?
When this boy was introduced to Rinpoche, brought by the senior monks in the monasteries, and ritually in front of Rinpoche, he took trance. Okay, I only can say he took trance. He's not like human. He was crawling around on the floor, just like the snake. And
also just slithering like this.
Yes, and then he was crawling, and then he making a sound like hissing sound, and it's just like the snake.
A snake, okay.
Then toward to Rinpoche's.
Okay.
And I can remember he was trying to grab some things. So when he closed Rinpoche, Rinpoche grabbed his hand, and Rinpoche starting doing the blessing to him. So after the blessing, the Naga out of his body, and then he the possessions just end of that, and then he get wake up, but he don't know what is happening.
Okay.
So Rinpoche say also did the divination on him. He said that he really is possessed by the Naga.
All right.
That is my first experience. I see the Naga possess on people and behave just like the snake.
Oh.
Okay. So it took quite some time to let the spirit away of this boy. So I remember Rinpoche was staying in the monastery more than a month.
Okay.
So Rinpoche was doing the retreat, and Rinpoche specific asked that every day to the end of the sessions, Rinpoche want to do the mantra to blow on the boys, because every day Rinpoche have to, during the retreat, Rinpoche have to do a lot of the mantra recitations. So Rinpoche want to bless the boy with the mantra he have recite the whole sessions in that day.
Okay.
So it helped this boy a lot. So
how did it help this boy? Can you tell us?
In the beginning, he still possessed on the boy, but it not that often. The time that the
frequency.
The frequency is not that often, because it's very scary. I remember the first 1-2 days we met him, and he was possessed by the Naga at the middle of the night. Okay. So what happened is he climbed up to the monastery. They are building the building, so you climb up on top of the building, and try to jump down.
Oh no!
So but before he jumped down, he was awake again. That's why he was so scared. How can he climb up on the building? So the Naga already control over all his body and also the actions. Is lucky that time he was like he can wake up by himself. Otherwise, he would jump off from the roof already.
Why do you know why the Naga wanted him to jump off?
Because according to the boy, he
Uh-huh.
was killed one very big snake. Okay, and after that he starting fall sick, and then he have a sign like possessions. Okay,
Okay.
then just like what we see, he possessed just like the snake,
Okay.
and it's not him anymore, and the naga or the spirit of the naga was very angry with this boy because he's killing him, so he want to took a revenge on him.
So the Naga wanted to kill him.
Yes, eventually he want to kill him.
Okay.
Or
So was he saved at the end?
um, he saved at the end. Okay,
Yeah.
he saved at the end. What happened is during this period of Rinpoche staying in the monastery, also Rinpoche asked him to do certain practice to protect himself, and not just Rinpoche recite the mantra on him, because ritually is this boy karma actually. He was killing the
Because he killed that snake,
yes,
but it's actually a Naga.
yes. So Rinpoche asked him, you have to do the Singdoma practice.
Singdoma practice.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What is a Singdoma practice?
Singdoma is one of the Dakini or lion face.
Lion face Dakini.
Lion
Okay.
face Dakini is a fierce protector.
Okay.
It's a female, a fierce protector, and actually it can overcome the spirit, and also like especially like Naga this case, it
Yes.
can overcome the Naga
All right.
and
And purify his karma.
purifies karma. So the practice did help this boy a lot, because what I remember that for one incident, after that Rinpoche introduced him to do this practice, and one of another Sangha member tried to remind him that don't forget that he have to do the practice, and actually the Naga was not happy immediately. Yeah, because he scared, you see. So the Naga was immediately not happy. It possessed on the boy. That time he's not present with Rinpoche presence. He was present with another monk.
So okay. So what you're saying is the monk reminded the boy
Yes,
to recite Singdoma mantra.
yes,
So the Naga heard it
Yeah.
and possessed the boy
yes,
And
and
what
try to attack.
and tried to attack the monk.
Yes.
Oh no.
You can see that how Singdoma name or it can affect the Naga.
The Naga. I
Yes.
guess the Naga wasn't happy.
Yeah, it
He was
happy.
afraid. He was afraid that if the boy perhaps was start the practice, then he couldn't take his revenge.
Yes.
Wow.
So what happened is I remember that after that incident, the monk was very the one that the monk reminded the young monk, he was very scared, because he cannot simple just talk, because the Naga can hear what we are talking to this boy.
Wow.
It literally is he's inside of him,
Yeah.
but later the situation changed in the way that I can see quite the situation progressed quite well with Rinpoche's mantra blessing plus his own practice.
Plus his own practice. So
Yes.
so it's Rinpoche's blessing, and in addition to that, the boy's own.
Practice of
Practice.
the Singdoma.
So he was doing his prayers every
Yes.
day as
Mm.
instructed
Yes.
by Rinpoche. Okay.
So what happened is the Naga, it can later you can see the process on him less and less and less.
Okay.
Then he only can be near the boy.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, he cannot possess him anymore.
Okay.
He only can near the boy.
So the Naga could not possess the boy anymore.
Yes.
And was just next to the boy.
Yeah.
All right.
So what he did to the boy is still that the boy always hear the sound. So to try to like how to say listen to him and make all the sound, but it cannot make him like totally control his body.
Did the boy tell you what sound he heard?
Oh, he hear the voice. What he the sound asked him to do what.
So it was like a person talking to him.
Yes.
Okay.
So only he can communicate with the sound only.
I
So people like us
Cannot
we
hear,
cannot
right?
hear.
I see. And do you know what happened to the boy? Was he completely cured after that?
What I know is after his situation get well, better a little bit, um, for because our trip was not stay that long in the monasteries.
All right.
We left after maybe 1 month,
Okay.
and I heard that the case is successful because the boy is keeping his practice until that after that he also um, he only become the short-term novice in that monastery.
Okay.
So take him about half year to 1 years like that. Then later he was free from attack of the Nagas.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Wow. So in sorry, in a nutshell, what you're saying is the practice that Rinpoche gave to this boy that had the karma to be possessed with the naga.
Yeah.
Okay, and it all started when he killed this huge snake, right?
Yes.
And because he killed that snake and happened to be a naga,
Yeah.
then that's where the naga started to possess him. And because
Yes.
Rinpoche was blessing him and giving him a practice of prayers that actually purified the boy from being possessed. So even when the naga was right next to him, the naga could not possess him because he was purifying.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually wonderful. Yeah, because you see, in the Buddhist faith, when when an exorcism is necessary, instead of just removing that spirit, it is we actually get to the crux, get to the crux of or the root cause of the possession, and it's always about the karma. So if the person doesn't have the karma to be possessed, any spirit that the person sees or experience can never possess. That's why when we try to rectify, we always rectify the root cause, and in this case it is the karma. So even if he were to see another naga or another spirit, I don't think he'll be able to be possessed because he has actually purified that, and that is why it may take a bit longer, but it's actually more permanent. Yeah, so that's a very interesting story.
Yeah. I think not everyone is so lucky that time we can meet like Rinpoche's. So
To help him, right?
to help him, and also plus this boy conditions because he himself also took vow as a novice. So to the whole period of time until he get well, he still stay as a novice.
Even that didn't help.
Yeah.
So it showed how strong his karma is because he killed.
Yes.
He killed, and that is actually very, very heavy karma.
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, thank you for sharing that.
So after that, I think with Rinpoche, I also witnessed a few cases, but some cases was not so lucky. Like they also the same cases like possessed by the naga or disturbed by a naga, but they have many factors. With different karma, people have a different karma. So I remember when I in the in the Singapore center that time, and someone was brought by one boys also. He was people told us he's already actually 22 years old.
Yeah.
But when you look at him, he looked like 8 years old. He's like premature, that type of kids actually.
A 22-year-old person looked
Yeah.
like an 8-year-old child.
Yeah. Also mentality, it just looked like the
Even physically,
physically also. It's not like growing up also.
he looked like an 8-year-old child.
Yeah, just a small boy.
Wow.
So he could not talk at all actually. So when he brought to Rinpoche's and asked Rinpoche to help, and of course Rinpoche do the divination to check and confirm this boy actually also he have naga disturbings since his young boys, since his young
So
time.
since he was young,
Yes.
he had disturbances by a naga.
Yes.
All right.
So, but the family need to know because this family actually is a Malay family. Okay, it's a Malay family, and do you know what happens? And up, he said when the kids growing up, he was quite normal. They can play or whatever. But when he get these problems, since then, he cannot speak properly, and the worst behavior is he's starting eating the raw meat. Okay,
Oh.
they're eating the raw meat, and it cannot help it. The family try to control him, but it cannot.
Okay.
So he looked like crazy already. Whatever things that he can get, he just eat, even the raw meat, and somehow they have to lock their refrigerator because he might open and take the meat and just eat like that.
Okay.
So he behaved very strange. It just like he's not the normal kids anymore.
Okay.
That has been going on for since I don't know how many years, but until he's like 22 years old, he cannot speak at all.
Right.
So when he see Rinpoche also very sure, very sympathetic of his case because he has been possessed or disturbed so long already. So Rinpoche did quite a few sessions on this boy. It's not just a one-time off one. In whatever Rinpoche is giving the talk, and this Malay family were invited, just came from receive the blessing from Rinpoche for his boy, because the boy needed the blessings. So the situation, it get done well. How it done well is the boy starting can speak and even call the mothers.
Oh.
Okay, and the mother was very happy. He see that the boy is getting recoverings, but later Rinpoche is not in Singapore anymore because Rinpoche was traveling quite a lot. So I heard that this boy later he passed away. He passed away because this case has been disturbed him so long already. So he could not make it at the end of the days. I just feel that he's, because he's also not like the previous case we talked about, the boy that is become a novice monk. But in this case, it is a different situation. Also,
I guess because they were past, he was possessed for too long. From 8 years old, from when we're very young, then he's 20 over. So
Yes.
what? It's more than 10 years
More
of
than that.
more than 10 years of possession, and I guess it's really too
Yes.
too late. That's why I always hear that when a person has any form of spirit disturbance, it's always advisable to get spiritual help before they get permanently damaged. Even I was told that by Rinpoche that even if the spirit leaves the body and never comes back, but the person's brain would be partially damaged as a result of the spirit possession, and the person won't be as normal as we would like them to be because of that damage. So that's why it's very, very important that if you know of anyone with a spirit disturbance of any kind, to actually get help from a holy person, who has the experience to do this type of exorcism.
Actually, it's very important also, not just meeting the right persons or whoever can help. In this case, like people having a possessions, they very dangerous by themselves, because they cannot control their own actions at all. So if people, it's good that he cannot left alone, and especially if the family around him, or around the person, or we have friends that have the same problem, we need to be watch them or be near them, always support them.
Because always support them,
it's not easy, because fighting with these possessions or magic is not easy alone. Because you already lost your mind, or you lost control by your body already.
Okay. Well, we have a few questions here. Okay, let's see. Copeland asks, I've heard of people drowned or went missing, especially at waterfalls. Could these people have offended the Nagas there, and therefore they are disturbed by the Nagas residing at the waterfall?
It could. They have a case. People go to the waterfall, and they're possessed by the spirit. Yes, there is.
But drowned?
Drown, not everything is with the Naga.
Naga, right? So it really depends. Because sometimes there are underwater currents
Yes.
as well, right? And you
Yes.
feel like you're being dragged underwater. So not all the time, but there is a possibility. There's a possibility, but not all the time, right? Okay, we have another. What about Tara practice? Stanley asked, what about Tara practice? So I guess he's saying is, can Tara practice help with Naga possessions?
Oh, can.
Uh-huh.
Because Tara, they have a different form of Tara, like 21 form of Tara.
Yes.
There's one of Tara, Loma Gilma, especially it can contrast the disease and also the Naga. So, of course, Naga, the Tara practice, it can help.
Can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are 21 emanations of Tara. So definitely one of the practice can actually help, right? The
Yes.
Tara practice. Okay. Okay, Jerry asks, I used to dream of snakes almost my entire teens up till my 30s. Presently, I don't dream of snakes anymore. Is there any meaning to these dreams?
I also dream about snake chasing me all the time when I was young times. But I have experienced one time that regarding the snakes.
Yeah.
And what happened is with Rinpoche's, I remember that time we just get a land, KWPC lands, in the before we go to do any opening the lands or whatever. Before the first puja we go to do, that night I have a dream. I dream about the snake, that the land was burning down.
Okay.
So in the dream they have a lot of the snake
All right.
crawling around with each other. Some is very big, some is very small. And after that dream, I told Rinpoche, I say, Rinpoche, this land have a lot of snake going on over there. Rinpoche said, yes, they have a lot of the Naga stay over there. That's why before we go to open up these lands, we need to do a lot of puja.
I see.
I think you remember that time Rinpoche asked us to do the Chuso
Yes.
and then do this thing. So regarding the dream, if you physical no harm by that, unless you offended the Naga. Some people offend the Naga, they have a dream about the snake because some people was close to the Naga bases. Okay? And when you offended the Naga over there, and then you could be dreaming about snake attacking to you also.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So is there a meaning to these dreams? Then I would say perhaps there is a meaning,
Yeah.
but as long as in the dream they're not attacking you or biting you, it should be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it should be fine. Lee Ho. Lee Ho asks, hi Lee Ho, when we do hiking around the mountain and found a lake or waterfall, decided to go for a dip at the lake or swim at waterfall, what can we do in order to not offend the Nagas? Is Nagas only surround near water area? So what can we do before they go into the waterfall or into the river?
I think important is we are not go to overreacting or screaming or whatever. We also have to respect the
environment.
The nature. No people go to throw rubbish things there or burn down the place over there. I think that is literally you might be disturbing the Naga or the beings who reside in that area.
Okay, so do they need to do any prayers or do they need to say anything before they jump into the river or to the waterfall?
If you know any prayer, I think perhaps you can do it.
Do any prayer, right?
Yes. If you know, then it's fine actually. But think also you come here for enjoying. You are not like purposely try to offense the deity or beings who reside in that place.
Okay.
Also, important thing is depends our personal karma.
All your karma as well.
Yes, our personal karma with the spirit or not.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what Pastor Chia is saying is, Liho, you just be mindful. Well, I guess you can do your mantras and bless the area before you jump into the waterfall or to the river. But again, if you don't have these mantras to do, then you can just be more mindful and exactly what Pastor Chia says, don't scream, don't yell, yeah, or even don't pee um, inside the river or the lake or waterfall, and again, don't dirty the place. And some people will spit and do all sorts of things and kind of pollute the environment. So yes, they do get offended. They do get offended. So you have to be very, very mindful. I think that's the key here. Okay, I hope that helps. Liho says, "What if you're being attacked by a snake? For self-defense, what do you do?"
What do I do?
Yeah, if a snake attacks you,
You
a real snake. If
Yeah.
a real snake attacks you, what can you do for self-defense?
Oh, to me, if I'll just get away from the snake to not attack me.
Just don't kill.
Yeah,
But if
just
it-
don't
yeah.
kill.
You see,
if
snakes
possible.
really don't, because because in KFR we are in the jungle, so once in a while you do get to see snakes, but you see when they see you, they'll crawl away very, very quickly. All right, so they will not harm you per se or chase you if you don't disturb them.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so even if they do let's say become aggressive, I think you just go away. You go away. All right, but yeah, I've not experienced that. Touch wood. I've not experienced that. They'll see me and then they'll chase after me. Usually they'll just leave.
Yes, because
Yeah.
for I know snake, if you offended them, or you are going to their territory, the areas, then they might attack you in that sense without we aware. So otherwise, they not simple come to
don't-
chase you
correct.
or bite
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, because even when we're walking in the jungle, we'll always have a stick to kind of what do you call it?
Make sounds. Yeah.
No, you just push aside the bushes and make a lot of sound, so that you warn them that you're coming, and that's what we always do. Anyway, so yeah, so they should be fine. Stanley asks, would Sita Tapatre Hayagriva mantra be able to overpower Nagas?
Yes. There's one another practice of the higher river. Yes.
And Sita Tapatre?
They have actually many deity. They can overcome the Nagas,
Okay.
like Guan Yin Sihananda,
Sihananda, Kuan Yin Sihananda.
Hayagriva.
Okay.
They have Singdongma.
Yeah.
They have Tara or Manjushri.
Manjushri.
One form of the Manjushri, Naganasha. Yeah.
Nagarakta.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Chan Waiki. Hello, Pastor Chia and JP. Can you tell us more about the 9 emperor gods? Are they Nagas? Do you know?
I not really know about their history, but some people say because they are come from the sea. But the history, what I read, they actually is not Naga. Actually, they are not Naga. Sorry, they
Then
are
What are they?
they are different traditions
The Taoists?
in the Taoist about the
The nine. The 9.
Gao Wong Ye.
Gao Wong, yeah. The
Yeah.
9 dragons, right?
Yes, there are different traditions, but what I read, they are not the Naga actually.
What you read now.
Yeah.
Okay. But I read. My understanding is they are.
Mm-hmm.
They are They are actually, because even in the Naga realm, I was told there's a hierarchy. So they are actually the highest. They're the emperors.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why they control the weather and the elements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why when we go to these dragon 9, what do we call them? nine emperor gods, they call it. You have to be careful. You don't eat seafood. You don't eat eggs. You don't eat chicken. You don't drink alcohol before you go to the temple. And especially when they're doing the festival, and when they take trance and roam the streets, you have to be a very stay clear of this food and be very, very clean in that sense, because they don't like it, and they will actually attack you if you are not mindful. That's why a lot of times you're supposed to be vegetarian.
Yes.
During this.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Okay.
That's what I learned.
Mm.
So yeah, because that is more Taoist, so we don't really dabble on that. Okay. Are Nagas and what is serpents? Serpents the same? Nagas is a serpent is a snake. It's a snake. It's just another word for snake. A naga is actually a being of its own. It is a realm, right? That is also half snake or half serpent as well, right?
They in this type of beings, like I say, the naga, some naga also higher attain also. It's not.
Say again. Sorry.
Some naga also higher attain also.
Some nagas are highly attained as well.
Also, yeah.
Okay.
It's not like totally they are a spirit also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Bradley asks, hi Bradley, would it be good to do Sangso offering if we are in a place where Nagas dwell? Sangso offering.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Yeah. Good.
All right. And Calvin says they are deities, right? Are Nagas deities?
Some people do worship the naga. They make it as a deity. They worship it in the Taoist.
Taoist, right? Even the Hindus.
Yes.
Yes, I have met a lady. Remember in one of my episodes, I said that there was an Indian lady who could actually, with her eyes, see the aura, and in her dream, a Hindu Naga deity entered her dream and taught her how to heal herself because she was having a tumor in the womb area.
Okay.
And for the longest time, the doctor asked her to have an operation, but she refused.
Okay.
So it was that Naga deity, she said, that would ask her to wake up every day at 4 a.m. and taught her a certain meditational practice, and from there she actually healed herself. And she said that how she healed herself was one day in the morning when she was doing the meditation, she had a very bad stomach ache, and she went to the toilet, and out came, it was the size of a baseball. Okay, the size of a baseball. Is it baseball? Yeah, the size of a baseball. It came out, and that was the tumor, and she was healed. And ever since then, she could actually and then she was taught how to look at people's aura and do healing. So, and she said that in the Hindu tradition, people worship her. Yeah, and I think there are many other paganistic religions that also that also worship Nagas, right? Okay. Jacinda Singh, Nagas are divine beings. They are 9 kings. The foremost of Naga kings are Adi, Sesha, and Basuki. There are a few that are slightly negative, such as Takshak and Kaliya. Alright, so thank you very much, Jacinda.
Thank you.
Okay, Pastor David says in Buddhism there are 9 Naga kings that live in the sea. So correct. So in Buddhism we do acknowledge them as well. Okay, and Pastor David says, Rinpoche said that Nagas actually belong to the animal realm and not the God realm, but they have a subtle body and are very powerful. Okay, so let's moving along. Now, even in Malaysia, you said that there were some experiences with Nagas, right?
Yeah. I remember also one boy. It's not considered boy. He is already like after the college. He already like starting working already,
Okay.
and he's got the quite proper job actually. And I think this boy was going. This young man was going to have fun in the near the water place. So, like what Liho have asked, actually almost the same thing. He was offended, and that the place,
He offended
yeah,
the
he offered
Nagas.
the Nagas who stay in that place where he play the waters. Okay,
Where, what is it, a river or a lake or?
actually it's not a river. Actually it's how to say not look like the resort. Actually it's not. It's a playing or it's a Sunway Lagoon actually.
So it is a man-made lake.
Yes.
Okay.
So he was having this problem because he playing the water over there, and he thought he enjoy, but as a young man he's do whatever crazy things, and he, what happened to the trip after that? He starting hear the sound on
Okay.
him. So you don't know what is that because he never have this type of experience, and later the sound is getting more on his daily, more and more talk to him, and the worst go to worst is try to possess on him already. So when he possess, he starting making a sound like hissing sound.
He started making hissing sounds.
Yes. So same case when he come to met Rimji that time. Rimji confirmed actually he was offended the Naga,
Okay.
and the worst thing is the Naga is trying to possess from him because he have the come out with this Naga spirit. What he offended, we didn't know
Alright.
the reasons, but the Naga was trying to possess on him, and he that time what happened to him until the Naga can possess on him also take 2-3 years already. It's not like recent case he having this problem. It takes some time. It's just like he don't know to look for who and can help him to go away and these problems. But when he come and met Rimji, of course Rimji introduced him a practice, but it's a different practice.
Okay.
Beside what we are talking about, because each person with different deity they have affinities. So in this case, Rimji give him a protector practice.
All right.
Okay, Rimji give him a protector practice, and Rimji put him in retreat.
Okay.
One thing Rinpoche want him to do is he have to take a vow as vegetarian vows. So he
Okay.
cannot eat meat
All
actually.
right. Okay.
And seriously warn this person he cannot eat meat. So in the beginning he was quite okay actually.
Right.
During he was doing the retreat, he was quite okay. You can see the problems getting less and less, and the sound also less talking to him. But the case come back to him again is he starting eat meat during his retreat.
So he started eating meat again during his retreat.
Yes.
So he did not follow the
Follow
instructions 100%.
100%. So you can see in that time, his situations turn worse because he did not hold the vows that the promise that he cannot eat meat. That's why with Naga, no joke, we need to be vegetarians because when we eat meat, especially the seafood, they got the smell on that. So that smell Naga no like.
All right.
So when we are having this type of problems,
Yeah.
we need to really aware of this, what we should do, what we should not do. Even that when I think in a monastery or even in Kefa,
Yeah.
we invited the monk come and doing the Naga Puja,
Yes.
we need to be vegetarians even 3 days before the puja, then also after the pujas to make as clean as possible when you attend the pujas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened to this person?
This person was not able to succeed, sorry to say, because he's not followed through the whole instructions. It gives us quite a long period of time to guide him.
Okay.
Even Rinpoche found the place and put him to retreat. I think this person was, because he's young, he never hold any vow before. He thought that maybe just eat meat, it doesn't affect him that much, but actually it's not. It affect him quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, affect him quite a lot, and the thing still, he cannot get away his problem. He still listen the things, and then he still get possessed. And the worst thing is he get possessed for the spirit, for the nagas.
Okay, so what he never got out of this?
He never got out. That I know that later he was out of our watchings because he left the place, not complete the retreat.
I see.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's pretty worse. So there are some this type of situations.
Uh-huh.
I also have some case. Actually,
Mhm.
I never mentioned to you but
Okay.
before one. This case is quite unusual because I remember one of Rinpoche friends is go to monasteries,
Okay.
and that time he also have a problem with this naga problems.
Okay.
But the naga in the man body, it already like starting having a lay egg already. It means he possessed on the person body, and he's starting a lay egg, and then got the generation. So he attacked.
Sorry, his lay eggs.
That means they are not just one naga. They have a naga generation on his body. Not just one. A few naga is in the body. So
You mean okay, let me get this right.
mm,
So the naga possessed this person,
mhm.
and the naga were producing babies
Yes,
in the person's body.
yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
So that is very. Now I only remember that's
Alright.
many years ago. So lucky it's happened in the.
And how many babies were in this person's body, including the mama naga?
Oh, many. Okay, many. I don't know how to count.
10, 20, 30?
I don't know the number. I know it's many, already like many beings inside this person.
Inside this person. And,
Yes.
and when these beings are in this person, what happens to the person?
Of course this person was for he cannot do very proper job already because he already affect. You can see he quite sick.
Okay.
His body is weak. He's quite sick. It's like he drain out all his energy already. He was
Alright.
quite sick. So because he also came to monastery, it happened. Then when found out that he had these problems, so immediately Rinpoche arranged the puja for him.
Okay.
Okay, and puja for him. Then also that Rinpoche arranged the oracle to meet the oracle.
Arranged for him to meet the oracle.
Yes,
Wait, okay, just to backtrack, you were saying that that he was quite sick.
yes.
What was he manifesting a certain illness, or was what kind of sickness?
The immediately you can notice is the skin disease.
He was having skin disease.
Yes, skin disease.
Okay.
So he got the skin problems, and he was like always like very weak. It's just like his immune system is very weak.
Very weak.
Yeah.
He was having skin problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
He have I noticed he have a very serious skin problems.
Okay.
So then after that Rinpoche found out, could be a Naga's
All right. So
affections.
then Rinpoche arranged for this person to meet with an oracle
Yes.
in the monastery.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
Like I say, this man is really very lucky. He
Okay.
had the merit to come to the monasteries, and the protector took trance
Okay.
on the oracles and do the healing of this man.
Okay.
So he get well, totally free from the Nagas.
Just by one session.
Um, to what I know is one sessions because we meet one.
Okay.
But later he meet or not, I'm not sure. But Rinpoche encouraged him to pujas, huge pujas, and also I think Rinpoche give him some practice to do.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was a series of pujas
Yes,
and also a practice that Rinpoche advised him to do on his own,
yes,
and that actually helped him, right?
help him a lot. I think this man was okay,
Okay.
even that he have so serious problem with the Nagas, and that is, that I think that is my first or second trip. We was in Malaysia.
All
It
right.
just happened that this man was with Rinpoche's in our trip,
I
so he was very lucky.
Oh, that's actually very, very good news.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why it's very important that when we seek for such spiritual help, we actually make sure that we go to proper help. Well, for myself, I have seen other types of exorcism done, and it's usually, they will actually heal in the symptoms, meaning that yes, they can remove the spirit, but because the karma of that person is still there, a lot of times another spirit will come and then will start attacking. So the person has to keep going back to seek for more help, and it's a lifetime of such disturbance, and it's very, very sad, very, very sad. So based on my experience, after seeing people, how people are being helped,
yeah,
I personally feel that purifying the karma is actually most effective, because that is a root cause for that to happen. And I speak from experience too, because I myself have been, had spirit disturbance, and because Rinpoche gave me a practice to purify my karma to be disturbed by spirits. So even though I do still see spirits once in a while, but they don't disturb me because I purified it. So even though they would like to, nothing happens. So that's actually very, very important to know.
yes.
Yeah. Wow, there are many comments here. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Hold on. Cousin asks, Pastor Chia, how do you know there are many nagas inside that person's body? You can actually see it?
Oh, not me personally see it. I can't, because I was quite curious with this man also. So what happened is Rinpoche doing the divinations.
Uh-huh.
It confirmed by Rinpoche's divination say this man actually his body is not just
Just have one naga, but many.
They have many naga inside, because I think this naga is female. They are starting like
To give birth
to give
inside
birth,
the person's body.
That's why there is also very interesting story. How can the persons that possessed by the naga and also give birth in this person's body also?
Interesting.
Yeah,
This is the first time
interesting.
that I'm hearing this.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah, so cousin, so it was actually confirmed by Rinpoche when Rinpoche did a divination to see what was happening inside. Okay, I hope that explains it. Okay. Yo Miao Ki, hi Yo Miao Ki. My granddaughter of 6 years old can see aura colors on people and can see spirits, Buddhas, and even Jesus and zombies and tell us. So could this be possession? Can you please advise what we can do in her case? So she can see spirits, Buddhas, and even Jesus and zombies. Do you know what are zombies? Yeah.
yeah.
So is this a possession? And can you please advise what we can do in her case?
Actually, the possessions, if you people possess, is you can see is not a means you possessed by the spirit or holy beings, because you could be certain people, they by very sensitive with beings or spirit.
Yeah.
It can be seen, but not ritually possessed. If you
Okay.
say possessed, means you are totally out of control from your body. You are
Okay.
possessed by other spirit already. That is
Okay.
totally different.
Yeah. So Pastor Chia said that it doesn't mean that that your granddaughter is possessed. Well, she's 6 years old,
Yeah.
and we know that children, many of them can see
Yes.
spirits when they're young. Yeah. Just like I was told when I was young, I used to cry at a certain time at night, as well. So my mom had to do something, and then it was gone. So what would you advise this young girl to do?
I think
She's only 6 years old.
yeah, it's good if you. I don't know what religion you are, so
Yao
can-
Yao Miao Ki.
okay.
So
You can using the Buddhist way. I think the prayer, or you look for pastor, or you look for monk to get the blessing. That's very important. So in this case, I see a lot of case that Rinpoches, when they seek for Rinpoche help, Rinpoche always do the blessing, or special blessing of kakuk to seal off the
Yes.
the person chakra.
But for now, because Rinpoche is not with us.
Yes.
So what can this person do?
I can say for the spirit to attack or possess, we can wear some ability.
She's just saying, she's asking, is this because her granddaughter can see aura on people and can see spirits, Buddhas, and even Jesus and zombies. So we just said that it is not a possession.
No, the possession.
So what can they do?
Actually, they don't need to do anything. If you want, you can wear some protection items on the person.
So. Yeah.
That's all.
So in Kechara, we do have a protector string that your granddaughter can wear. Even a Buddha pendant, okay, they can wear as well. You can get her a Dorje Shugden pendant, or if she's too young because 6 years old, you can get her, like I said, a protector string. All right, you can actually order that on vajrasecrets.com, which the administrator will type it in for you right now. Yeah, then you can just click on it, and you can invite. And this protector string is blessed by the oracle himself when he's taking trance of the protector Dorje Shugden, and it's very, very effective. And yeah, so let your granddaughter wear this, and it should protect her, even though she can still continue seeing spirits and this and that, but she'll be protected. All right, and yes, and she can wear it when she's taking a shower, no problem. All right, so we need to wrap up, and let's see. Kirsten has another question. I have a staff who always have very severe skin problems. It will come and go. Doctor said it's eczema. Now she's still getting treatment in KL sometimes. However, she said it gets much better after she converted to Buddhism. Do you think a Naga Puja can help her?
Oh, not Naga Puja. I think we should do the normal Gyuma's prayer on.
Loma Gyoma.
Yeah. Naga Puja is different. Naga Puja is we please the Naga, you see. So usually
we make offerings to the Nagas. It's like a peace offering.
Yes,
it's a peace offering,
yeah.
So that we can coexist harmoniously. Yeah. So that's what we do for Naga Puja. So what would you suggest for this person to do?
I think they can try the Loma Gyoma's mantras for the skin disease.
Loma Gyoma.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a Loma Gyoma mantra that she can do, which the administrator can write for you. Then ask her to recite this and see what happens. And of course, well, you can always invite a bottle of the blessed water that we have, and ask her to drink it. Just drink a capful every day. Just put it in the water every day. Okay, and she can also put it in a bucket, and she can bathe with the water as well, and it will actually help. Because I have a friend who's excuse me. This friend of mine, her mother's masseur had very bad skin problems with her hands, and she would, whatever medication that she took, it didn't help. So my friend's mother gave her a bottle of our Kechara's blessed water, and she said, "Why don't you try this, and just wash your hands with the blessed water every day." And according to my friend's mom, her masseur's hands completely healed.
Oh.
Yeah, is that wonderful? So again, try, and then you can share with us next time. All right. So before we end, oh Yao, sorry, Yo Miaoki says, thank you for your advice. My granddaughter lives in Brisbane. Can buy online for her since she stays in Brisbane. Yes, of course you can. All right. So thank you very much. Before we say goodbye, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Today's program is sponsored by Bradley Wong, and the dedication is, may all sentient beings be free of suffering, and may the lineage of Lama Tsongkhapa and Dorje Shugden flourish. Thank you very much for sponsoring today's program. If you would like to sponsor our programs, our online programs, and make a dedication, please do so, because the funds will actually help us with our online programs. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much, Pastor Chia, once again, for all your interesting and exciting stories. Pastor Chia has a lot more to share, so, well, next week. Next week, thank you very much. Pastor Chia is free, and he'll be back. Okay, so if you like what you have heard today, do share with your friends who like all these stories, and leave your comments. And again, if you have not clicked liked on our fan page, do that, because once you do that, every time when we have any updates, you will actually get a notification. All right, so thank you very much, and good evening. Bye-bye.